Good evening and welcome to the meeting of the Planning Commission. I would like for Mr. Tapia to explain the procedures for tonight's virtual meeting, please.
Good evening, Chair Doran, commissioners, and members of the public who are attending tonight's Planning Commission meeting. Yeah, just as a reminder for those who are watching this meeting, if you do have a comment during the public comment portion period, there is a hand icon on your screen. Please go ahead and click on that, and that'll notify staff that you do have a comment that you would like to share. Alternatively, if you are listening into this meeting via telephone, if you go ahead and click *9 on your keypad, that'll also indicate to staff that you have a comment. Other than that, just for the applicants, if your item is not up, if you can just please turn off your webcam and make sure your microphones are off until your item pops up. And then other than that, the commissioners can just remain on screen at all times. That would be greatly appreciated. That's all I had, Chair Doran.
Thank you. So I'll call the meeting to order, call a roll call. Commissioner Barnes was having trouble connecting. Can you hear us, Commissioner Barnes?
I can, thank you.
And we can hear you. Very good. You're fully present. Commissioner DeCardi? Present.
Here.
Commissioner Harris?
Here.
Kennedy? Still on mute, but she's here. Commissioner Riggs?
Present.
And Commissioner Tate?
Present.
So we're all present. Ms. Sandemeyer, do you have any announcements for us this evening?
Good evening, Chair Doran and commissioners. So tomorrow's City Council meeting has been canceled, but there will be a special meeting this Thursday for a study session on reimagining the police service in the city. And that concludes my updates, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Do you have any questions from Ms. Sandemeyer? Commissioner DeCardi? Vice Chair DeCardi?
Yeah, thanks for the updates. I had a question about an email exchange that came through, I think from a resident that was to you all on planning, and then also copied us as planning commissioners over the last couple of weeks. It was concerning the below market rate unit on the Florence Lane project. And there was an exchange with the person asking about the differences between the market rate unit and the below market rate unit. And I wondered how that resolved, and if you could give an update on that exchange.
Yeah, I think the person who wrote in had concerns. There was originally a balcony proposed for the for that BMR housing unit, and then the outdoor space was moved to kind of a patio area to the side of the unit. I think in part because of concerns from neighbors about setbacks, not meeting the setbacks. And so I don't think it's necessarily completely resolved, but I can provide updates once I hear more about it.
That would be great if possible. I don't want to take more time, but I would be interested to understand if their questions were completely answered, or if not, what the principle was in the exchange. Thank you very much.
Okay, there are no more questions. I'd like to open it up to public comment. Under public comment, the public may address the commission on any subject not listed on the agenda and items listed on the under consent calendar. Each speaker may address the commission once under public comment for a limit of 3 minutes. Please clearly state your name and address or political jurisdiction in which you live. The commission cannot act on items not listed on the agenda, and therefore the commission cannot respond to non-agenda issues brought up under public comment other than to provide general information. Mr. Tapia, do we have any general public comments?
Good evening again, Chair. Just as a reminder, if you do have a comment, please feel free to click on that hand icon on your screen. That will notify staff that you do have a comment. Otherwise, if you are listening in, just please dial in *9 on your keypad. That also notifies staff that you have a comment at this time. And I'm not currently seeing any virtual comments, Chair Doran, but we can give it a couple seconds as usual.
Yep. Still no hands?
I can confirm there are no comments.
Okay. Let's move along. We only have one item on the consent calendar this evening. It's the approval of the minutes from the June 21st, 2021 Planning Commission meeting. Does anyone have any corrections to the minutes, would like to remove the minutes from the consent calendar? Let's raise your hand. Seeing none. Commissioner
I'd
Ray.
just like to move approval.
Okay, do we have a second? Commissioner Riccardi seconds. I'll call the roll. Commissioner Barnes,
Yes.
Riccardi,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Kennedy,
Yes.
Riggs,
Yes.
and Tate.
Yes.
I'll vote in favor as well. So the consent calendar is adopted 7-0. So we only have one item on the public hearing agenda this evening, a use permit for Wanman Lee at 241 Hamilton Avenue. This is a request for a use permit to construct first floor additions and perform interior and exterior modifications to an existing non-conforming single-story, single-family residence in the R1U, single-family urban residential zoning district. The value of the proposed work would exceed 75% of the replacement value of the existing non-conforming structure in a 12-month period, and therefore requires a use permit. We have a staff report on this from Ms. Mador. Do you have any additions to the or updates to the staff report, Ms. Mador?
Good evening, Planning Commission. I don't have anything to add at this point, but happy to answer any questions.
Do we have any questions, preliminary questions for Ms. Mador? Doesn't look like it. So at this time, I would like to see if we have a representative of the owner or the architect present for a, who would like to do a presentation or describe the application.
Hi, my name is Meron. I'm the designer for this project, and I would be happy to actually share with you what we have and propose as this improvement for this residential single-family home. And I can explain that there is an existing one-story home for 1,244 square footage, including the garage. And the existing home is a two-bedroom single-family home, and mostly like the ranch style home. And we're proposing to add 531 square footage as an addition to this one-story home, to the front side of the house and to the rear side of the house. And and obviously the only partial of the, this projection to the side setbacks is on the left-hand side of the building, which is like 5 inches through that side of the property. So as a part of the addition, the front and the rear, we create kind of the jardine, and we put the new walls or proposed wall to the compliance of the side setbacks, and we'll leave that projection to the side setback for 5 inches as it is. And the rest of the work is mainly interior improvement, remodeling, knock down a couple of the bearing wall, moving the kitchen more toward the rear side, and propose and adding the front side bedroom. Or I would say, well, we're trying to make this home works better in terms of the interior flow for the homeowner as they invest a lot of money on this property.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak about the owner? Does the owner want to speak?
Sure, I could provide give a short introduction as well. Thank you, Mayor, for those comments. Good evening, members of the Menlo Park Planning Commission. My name again is Wanman Lee. I'm the project applicant and also husband of Dr. Julia Se, who is the owner of this property in question. Just wanted to thank you again for the opportunity to discuss our use permit for our planned addition and renovation. Just very quickly, for some history on who we are. Julia and I moved to the Bay Area about 2 years ago, looking to further our careers and develop roots in this community. She currently works as a family medicine physician in nearby East Palo Alto at the Ravenswood Family Health Center. I'm a software engineer at a nearby edtech company in Redwood City. And we chose Menlo Park for many, many reasons. But the Bellhaven neighborhood in particular appealed to us because it's nearly equidistant from both of our places of work. We also very much enjoyed the fact that Backyard Restaurant, one of our frequent takeout places, was very much in walking distance. Our basic goal is essentially to just renovate and construct a modest addition to this 1950s home, which we believe has not been updated since the 1950s. In order to accommodate our growing family, Julia is actually currently 4 months pregnant, and also to enable remote work given the new era that we live in today. In closing, we just wanted to give thanks to our architect, Mehran Sultanzada of Roland Design Studio for designing the plans. And we also wanted to extend our thanks to all Menlo Park employees who helped us through this process, but in particular, Katie Medor, Senior Planner, for guiding our application to completion. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Do we have questions for the applicant or the designer from the commission? Mr. Riggs.
Thank you. Yes, for the designer, I do have a couple of questions. One would be, what made you choose stucco over other low maintenance products for the exterior of the building?
The main reason is existing building has a wood siding, which is needed to be repaired and maintained a lot. And unfortunately, there is no enough overhang, roof overhang, or protection in terms of the rain to keep this actually wood siding in a good condition. And since the house was built, none of the sidings were maintained. So it triggers a lot of money for the homeowner and investment. So we'd rather to change and replace this material with the more last longer materials in stucco, because all the wood siding, I have a picture I can show you, all of them are not in a really good condition. All of them needs to, stained, and we have no idea how the siding are installed. Are there, is there any layer of the plywood or not? And it triggers a lot of maintenance and the labor to the homeowner's cost for the construction and repair all this siding.
So thank you for the history. So my question was, what made you choose stucco over other low maintenance exterior materials?
The main reason is for the construction cost, and there's no any other specific reason, but the main reason is construction cost, and keep the actually cost of construction to fit with the budget of the homeowner.
Given the rather unfortunate aesthetic result of stucco on a 1950s home, did you consider hardy plank or hardy siding, which, as you of course know, is cementitious, is also extremely low maintenance, and is lower cost than wood, and competes fairly well with stucco? I'm just wondering why you didn't choose the more attractive product.
Well, initially we proposed as a fiber cement board, like the wood siding, to match with the existing condition. But again, we removed that in purpose of the cost of construction to the homeowner's request. And we'll revise the design accordingly by providing a bay window at the front and adding some architectural feature at the entry.
All right, thank you. And
Sure.
then my other question was, how will you be supporting and insulating the bay window that you show on your rendering? You don't show sufficient depth either at the, we'll call it the floor of the bay or the soffit of the bay for insulation or for structure. Is this a pre-insulated metal and fiberglass unit?
Yes, yes. This is a one-piece bay window, which it comes with the soffit on top, and on the 3D, unfortunately, we didn't present that how we're gonna secure the bay window to the actually footing and the structure to the wall structure, but the window itself is a fiberglass one-piece bay window, which is sealed and it's fiberglass window.
All right, very good. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Do you have any other questions for the applicant or the designer? Okay, I would like to open this project up to public comment now. Do we have any hands raised, Mr. Tapia?
Good evening, Chair Doran, members of the public. If you do have a comment at this time, just please feel free to click on that hand icon on your screen. Otherwise, if you are listening in, just please feel free to dial in *9 on your keypad. And that'll also indicate to staff that you have a comment at this time. And currently, Chair Doran, I'm not seeing any comments, but we can give it a couple seconds as usual.
Yep. If we still don't have any hands raised, I would like to close public comments at this time.
No comments, Chair Doran.
Okay. So I'd like to bring it back up to our virtual dais and see if anyone has any comments on the project. Commissioner Kennedy.
Similar to the last time we met, I am greatly appreciative of any time an applicant brings forth an addition, one that fits their lifestyle, to build a house that fits their lifestyle, and to keep some of the original housing stock in all of our neighborhoods. I think it is, I do not share my esteemed colleagues' opinions on stucco. I think that's a fairly subjective comment, and that the house is attractive. And I think that once it's done, it's going to be an improvement because you are updating a much older housing stock. And so I would say, I would make a motion to approve this project.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
A second.
Commissioner Harris seconds. Would anyone else like to provide any comments before we move to a vote? Okay, let's take a vote. Commissioner Barnes. You're on mute, Commissioner Barnes.
Sorry about that. I'm sorry. I do have a question for staff.
Really?
Ms. Meador, I'm looking at the section on, I'm sorry, through the chair, may I ask a question to staff?
Certainly.
Thank you. This is with regards to parking and understanding the required off-street parking. So as it stands right now, the project has one covered space, and the zoning ordinance provides or requires one covered and one uncovered. In looking in the staff report, the language regarding parking and circulation states that the existing driveway would continue to provide unofficial parking spaces within the front setback, but would not meet the off-street parking requirements, which would provide some flexibility. And part of this is a little bit of education for me. And I'm looking at this and wondering if I back into the question, what would be required of this design to, in the future, meet that required one covered, one uncovered? Is it the width? Is it the length of the driveway? Is it in the setback or not? Could you just inform me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so to have like 2 conforming spaces, and let's say like one of them is a covered garage space, to have the uncovered space count officially as an additional parking space, it would have to be outside of the setback. So outside the 20-foot setback in the front. And then also it would not be able to be in tandem with the garage space.
Oh, I see. So the tandem part of it. Okay. Okay, that was my question. Thank you. And with that question and answer, thank you, Chair. You were taking a vote.
Yes.
And let us progress with that vote. And being the first alphabetically, I will vote yes.
Thank you. Vice Chair DeCarty?
I will vote yes. And through the chair, I have a quick question to staff at the end of this that is not relevant, but I'd like to follow up.
Okay, well, let's continue with the vote then. Commissioner Harris?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Riggs?
I will vote no, but I would like to indicate my appreciation that this is an older building being brought up to standards.
Thank you. Commissioner Tate?
Sorry, yes.
Thank you. My own feelings, I think, are more in line with Commissioner Kennedy's. You know, this is not maybe the greatest improvement of the property, but it is an improvement. And I think it's a significant improvement over what's there now. And I think we should always be in favor of, you know, improving the housing stock. And certainly this is a low impact on the neighborhood and doesn't create the concerns that some of our larger projects do. So I'm happy to vote in favor of this one. So that makes the vote 6-1 in favor of the application as submitted, and it passes. Commissioner Kennedy, did you, sorry, Vice Chair DeCarty, did you have a question for staff?
Yeah, this is a question of Senior Planner Metter. I've been pronouncing your name 2 ways, and I am feeling bad about that. I would love it if I could get the accurate pronouncement of your last name.
Yeah, I get meter a lot, but it is Metter. So like meadow with an R at the end.
All right, so Senior Planner Metter. And
Yes.
thank you for your work on this and all the projects that you bring before us. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. You know, while we're getting the names correct, I would like to ask Mr. Tapia. I've pronounced his name 2 different ways. I'm not sure if it's Tapia or Tapia. If you could enlighten me, I would be happy to pronounce his name correctly.
Yeah, so it's Tapia.
Tapia. Oh, I was right the first time. I switched.
Thank you.
Someone else calling you Tapia, so I thought they must know more than me. But I was wrong.
Perhaps through the chair, we could have a standing invitation to staff to please always feel comfortable in correcting us on pronunciation of your last name. It's the least we can do, given all of your efforts on behalf of the city to recognize you appropriately, if that is a fair thing to ask.
I think it's very fair, and I'm happy to endorse that. Thank you. That concludes the public hearing portion. Commissioner Barnes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will wait till informational items. I have another clarification to make.
Okay, so that concludes the public hearing portion of our meeting. We do have informational items. We have 2 regular meetings coming up on August 9th and on August 23rd. Do we have any additions to the informational items from staff?
Good evening again. So We have 3 projects on the next agenda for August 9th. We have 1125 O'Brien, and that's an EIR scoping and study session. And then we have the Menlo Portal project. That's the final EIR and the entitlements going forward for that project. And that concludes my updates, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. I think Commissioner Barnes had a question.
Yes, and I'm surprised that Senior Planner Sandmeyer did not offer, but I believe the correct pronunciation of her name is Sandmeyer, not Sandemeyer. Do I have that correct, Senior Planner Sandmeyer?
Yes, you're correct.
Yes, I think we've spent the last 4 years calling her Sandemeyer, exclusive of me, of course. But
Yes,
she is now
guilty as charged.
officially she is Senior Planner Sandmeyer.
Okay, well, that's good to know, and I will make efforts going forward. I'll try. Do we have any other questions for Ms. Sandmeyer? It's like we do not. With that, we don't have any further business for the commission, and I will adjourn the commission at 7:28 p.m., which I think is maybe something of a record.
Definitely.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Chair
Have a
Doran.
good
Thank you,
night.
everybody. Be well.